What's up, you degenerates? What's going on, guys? Okay, let's just jump right on into it. See how the close of the day went. Daily candle. A little tongue-tied already today, man. All right. Let's have a look at JASMY first, guys. Kind of a slow day today. Holy smokes. Okay, so JASMY closed inside of this little golden pocket we have here. We're making a move to the downside right now, but there's a long way to go on this daily candle before it closes, so we'll see what happens. But right now, 2 cents, 636. Guys, I believe that JASMY's poised to make that move up to resistance at 3 cents. Will we break through and hit 3 cents 3, or will we reject off, come back down, and ping pong before breaking through? That's the question, guys. Either way, it's all good in the hood because next move up. Let's freaking go. We're setting higher lows. That's all that matters right now. We're setting higher lows, and that means bullish continuation to the upside. Let's have a look at Bitcoin's chart, see what's going on. Okay, Bitcoin closed healthy. We had a good close, 97,470 bucks. Not too bad there. Having a bit of a pullback back to 96,400, but I'll take that. Now, I've been telling you guys, it's very possible. In fact, I did a TA video earlier today, a couple of them earlier today. We could come back down and retest $91,000, $92,000 as support before trying the $98,600 level again. But and I'm going to show you some metrics later in the stream, guys, to show you that this sell wall at 98,600 is starting to crumble, right? So I will show you guys that a little bit later. So I believe that next week we're going to finally break through here. We're going to crumble that sell wall, and we're going to break through 100K. And then what's going to happen is there's a whole crap load of shorts at 100K. Okay, at $3.38 billion worth of shorts at 100K. That short squeeze is going to propel Bitcoin up to about between $105,000 and $108,000 in the immediate term, in my opinion, right? So that's what's coming next week, I believe. I think we're going to kind of chop in here until the weekend's over, mainly because the weekend's going to be kind of boring, guys. It's, everyone's with their families and all that stuff, Thanksgiving weekend, all that kind of fun stuff, right? So I think that's kind of why the weekend's going to be pretty boring. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, let's get into the news now. If you're new here, guys, the way we do things is we do the chat after we do the news. So we'll do the news, and then the second half of the stream, we'll jump into the chat. If you're watching over on the new channel, over on Crypto Blueprint, put your comments and stuff in the comment section. I will get to I'll get to the chat the second half of the stream. Okay, I'm dual streaming on both channels right now, so you guys know. So there's a lot of comments that I will be burning through at the second half of the stream. So let's get into the news. Let's go look at the crypto bubble, see what's going on. I see, by the way, guys, I see a couple of altcoin requests in the chat. Guys, there's a little tab at the top if you're watching on Crypto Future. It says goals. Just participate in that, and I will do TA and price targets on your altcoins. So, Ondo, Miria, Algorand, carrying my portfolio right now, guys. Swift starting to make a little bit of a comeback here. XRP's having itself a hell of a run, $1.83 again. Got to $1.84. Can XRP get to $2 today? That's going to be an interesting question. HBAR back up to 17 cents. Trios pumping 52%. Forda's having a good day. There's still some DCA opportunities out there, though, guys. Right? The metaverse plays are still waiting to pump. They had a pump last week, but Sandbox and Mana are having a bit of a pullback. So not a bad opportunity to DCA. Terax is a solid layer 1 project, micro cap. So there's some DCA opportunities out there, guys, if that's what you're looking for. All right, so let's go have a look at the Swift chart. Let's go have a look at the Swift chart before I get into it. I know you guys always ask me to look at the Swift chart. So here we are, guys. We're setting this higher low on Swift, just like I said we would. We've broken out. We're setting a higher low. likely going to ping pong here, maybe for a day. Probably next week we'll come up. Let me just let me pull this up a little bit. Next week we'll likely break out of this ping pong, probably up into the second golden pocket I have up there, up between 207 and 208. And then we will most likely consolidate, putting in another higher low before continuing up even further. That's how I see things playing out on Swift. Very nice breakout, very nice consolidation up here. Let's build a new level of support and keep it going to the upside. Like I said, guys, a few minutes ago, I do see your altcoin requests in the chat. You got to participate in the altcoin request tab on the top. It says goals. That's where you put your altcoin requests, and I will look at your altcoins for you. All right, so let's get into the first video. We have Scaramucci. He says Bitcoin is at the price it should have been in January of 2022, attributing BTC's stagnation to the SEC's regulations. So he believes that Bitcoin's price would have been higher last bull run, but the SEC held the price down. Listen up.
The way I see it, in many respects, and I'm not talking about politically, I'm not talking about culturally, I'm not talking about emotionally, but you and your firm have made out pretty damn well in this election, haven't you?
Oh, you mean because of Bitcoin?
Well, yes.
For now, I mean, listen, a lot of things have to go right, and the market is pricing a near perfect regulatory situation and a perfect Secretary of the Treasury and a perfect SEC commissioner, et cetera. So a lot of things have to go right. But yes, I mean, it's been a big move. But since we're just talking specifically right now about Bitcoin, I would maintain to the people in this room that Bitcoin is at the price that it should have been at in January of 2022. And just hear me out for a second. The cash ETF should have been approved January, February 2022. It was blocked by Gary Gensler. Lawsuits ensued. The court ruled in favor of the industry. If you go to law school and take administrative law, there's a clause in administrative law that you can't be arbitrary or capricious with the administration of the law, and he clearly was doing that. So he did something to the industry that held back pricing and held back where we are today. So I think where we are today is just a reflection of where we should have been. Now,
that's an interesting thought, guys. I never heard anybody mention that before Scaramucci did. He's saying that if Gary Gensler was not so aggressive against crypto in the last bull run, if anyone else was running the SEC, then a spot Bitcoin ETF would have been approved at the beginning of 2022. And who knows where Bitcoin, he's saying that Bitcoin's price most likely where it is right now would have been there in 2022. Do you guys agree? Do you guys think that Gary Gensler suppressed the breakout price of Bitcoin in the last bull run? And if so, those of you who are newer to crypto should be thankful for that, to be honest with you, because you had a better opportunity to buy in at a lower price, right?
Before we go to the next question, I will say this about Gary. He didn't do this on purpose, but he actually saved the industry, because by blocking the Bitcoin cash or spot ETF, it exposed the weaknesses in the industry. It exposed FTX and Celsius and 3 Arrow, and we had this capitulation and collapse and deleveraging, which, I mean, I was getting killed back then, as you know. Okay, you have very friendly journalists, that write about me when I'm getting my ass kicked. But anyway, and I stayed in those positions and obviously being rewarded now. But if Gary didn't do that, I think we would be living in a world of Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't think that fraud could have necessarily been exposed. So, we do need regulation, and we do need propitious and mindful regulation.
That is a very interesting perspective, guys, that I have not heard anybody else really mention. So I'll give him full credit for that. All right, what else do we got, guys? What else we got going on out there? Check it out. Binance has really been shilling the hell out of mining BTC and KASPA coins on Binance Pool and share in 88,000 KASPA extra bonus. This, to me, is a very, very solid indication that Binance is this close to giving us a spot listing on KASPA, guys. If they're giving out KASPA rewards for their mining pools, that means they hold KASPA. That means they have been stuffing their bags for a while now, right? So for me, I think that this means very, very soon, if not in December, then for sure in January, we're going to see a KASPA listing on Binance, right? In fact, I think it's going to come much sooner than that. I think it's going to come in December. I want to know what you guys think, though. Let me know what you guys think. Is KASPA about to get listed on Binance, guys? What else do we got? As per Rect Capital, it says Bitcoin has almost completely erased this week's dip. So very close to actually becoming a green weekly candle. Check it out. So this is the weekly candle here, guys. Just barely red. So is this candle going to close in about 2 days, in about 48 hours? Is this candle going to close green? Or will it be a boring kind of red weekend because it's Thanksgiving weekend, and will it kind of drop to the downside? Going to be an interesting week. We have 4 green weekly candles in a row. So this is going to be kind of fun. This is going to be kind of fun. Now I got something interesting for Swift fans. Check this out, guys. Tim Draper responded. This is fun, he says. I get the laser eyes for the time being, hoping to break 100K during my time. So this guy tweeted out, featuring Tim Draper with laser eyes, has the Bitcoin globe on the next for the next couple of hours. This is not a paid promotion. We're simply sharing what love with people we believe. So Tim Draper showing the laser eyes, guys. Now, Tim Draper, as you know, if you were here for the live stream I had with special guest Rule Black yesterday, you would know. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, you would know that Tim Draper is heavily invested in Swift coin. So there you go, guys. Very bullish for the Swift coin community. All right, what else have we got? Marathon Digital CEO Fred Thiel says we're going to see essentially institutions just waiting to buy up Bitcoin.
I think what we're going to see is essentially institutions just waiting to buy up Bitcoin. You look at MicroStrategy, their $3 billion bond, they're out there buying Bitcoin very aggressively. We raised $1 billion bond at 0% coupon same week as Michael Saylor did, and we went out and acquired hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin. So lots of people are starting to do this now, and so anybody who's selling is selling into a market where there's ample demand. And I think that for the foreseeable future, we'll continue to see Bitcoin price move up, up and down, but generally the trend will be upwards.
So you're throwing your money away if you're selling right now, guys, to people while there's still demand in the market. Why would you do that? All right, what else do we got? Dark Lord says KASPA will list on both Coinbase and Binance within the next 6 weeks. Come back and roast me if I'm wrong. I can't say exactly why I think this is 99% likely to play out, but let's just say I heard from a very trustworthy source that they will both they're both ready to announce the listing any day now. Guys, that's going to propel KASPA to the stratosphere if both Coinbase and Binance both announce within days of each other that they're listing KASPA. And it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all, guys. I am ready and waiting with my KASPA bags packed. Let's check in on Coach. Breaking news, Ripple XRP stablecoin very close to being green lit.
The breaking news just keeps coming for Ripple and XRP. In New York, one of the top crypto regulators is very close to approving their stablecoin. Now, if you understand how brutal it's been in New York around crypto regulation, this is big, big news. In 2009, Bitcoin was the catalyst into a new financial system. And in 2024 and beyond, I believe XRP is going to be the bridge and the gateway into the new era of authenticity in our financial system. That's why I've held the line, I'm diamond-handed, and I've never changed my narrative. I got in 2020, and I've held the line. And even when they launched the case in December 20th, 2020, I never changed my narrative. Every single week we came on here and reported news in the bull market, bear market, the ups and downs, the litigation, the appeals, because we knew what we held. We don't make investments based on someone's narrative, but instead deep research and studying history and historical patterns to predict the future. My opinion is that Ripple and XRP, Ripple the company, and XRP, Ripple the company, will be one of the most innovative companies that's going to take us into the new era of finance. And XRP, the token, which can operate completely independently, will be the new bridge currency, one of the new bridge currencies that will create an even playing field and a monetary system that everybody can play in. Bitcoin will be a store of value like gold, and XRP will be a catalyst in the area of authenticity. Warriors!
I'm with him on that, guys. I am with him on that. Speaking of XRP, what else is going on here? XRP surges past BNB to become the number 5 largest crypto as market cap nears $100 billion. Ripple token XRP recently surged with a price rising to $1.76 per token, the highest for 42 months. This rally has seen XRP surpass Binance BNB as the 5th most valuable cryptocurrency by market cap. The increase has been fueled by factors such as such as whale activity, improving market sentiment, and changes in the regulatory environment. XRP's market cap reached $99 billion on Friday, its highest for over 3 years, surpassing BNB with $94 billion. This change in market ranking is quite significant, and considerable volatility has shown recoveries in XRP's price in the last few days. The increased demand for XRP in the market has been caused by high trading by whale investors, notably a transfer of 104.39 million XRP tokens worth $167 million between 2 unidentified wallets has recently attracted more attention in the crypto market. A blockchain analysis firm, Whale Alert, observed multiple large volumes of XRP transactions encompassing purchases and sales. This large scale activity shows that some investors are bullish about XRP's future while others are skeptical. However, investors and institutional traders have also deliberately increased their desire for XRP. Some analysts think that the increased activity of whale signals that most people believe in the token. On the other hand, the increased sales on exchanges, especially Bitstamp and Binance, may be a sign of uncertainty among traders. So some people are certainly taking profits at this level, guys. Due to the increasing price of XRP, various market analysts have bright prospects for the currency. For the short term, several analysts expect the token to rise to $2 per coin by the end of the year if the current rally trend is maintained. In the long term, a bullish outlook for 2025 reveals that XRP may average between $4 and $5, pushed by additional momentum and legal insights from Ripple SEC lawsuit. The positive resolution of the SEC case is believed to enhance investor confidence. Moreover, the expansion of XRP's usage might result in Ripple acquiring favorable regulatory approval in the United States. Additionally, new achievements that can be seen as positive for XRP include the possibility of an XRP exchange-traded fund, the Ripple's investment in Bitwise physical XRP ETPs. This fuels speculation about XRP's increasing role in the institutional investor sphere. These factors, along with increased trading activities and market demand, make XRP one of the top cryptocurrencies for the month. I concur. Fantastic month for XRP. All right, what else do we got? Speaking of ETFs, guys, Bitcoin Spot ETF reached another milestone this November, attracting $6.2 billion in net inflows, the highest ever in a single month. Extremely, extremely bullish. All right, what do we got over here? Just in, Donald Trump aims to make the U.S. financial system operated using crypto. Check it out.
Now, President-elect Trump's team is holding discussions on possibly creating a new White House position dedicated to crypto policy. The administration wants to expand the power of the Commodities Futures Trading Commission as well by granting that CFTC oversight of the digital asset market. All of this happening as Trump gets the chance to pick the next head of the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, with Chairman Gary Gensler stepping down in January. Congressman, I know you've been working on digital assets a lot, and you see major change coming. Walk us through how that plays out. What do you expect?
Well, we are going to unlock innovation in America again. This has been very frustrating under Joe Biden and Gary Gensler at the SEC, who has gone out with this power that he thinks he has to do these unreasonable enforcement actions and try and guide an industry into the ground. Today, you know, the headline is Donald Trump wants to make America a leader in digital assets. If you think of it this way, back in 1995, America unleashed the power of the internet, Web 1.0. We are on the dawn of Web 3.0, and we are riding in the back seat with countries like the UAE and the European Union and Singapore dictating to the rest of the world how we're going to treat digital assets. This is America's issue. This is something that we need to do to make sure that the U.S. dollar remains the world's reserve currency. Yeah. And with the announcements you're talking about, we're going in the right direction.
So tell me about that. How do you keep the dollar as the world's reserve currency while also creating a backdrop for growth in digital assets? What's the plan?
Well, two different approaches. One is stablecoins. And on the Financial Services Committee, we have, thanks to Chairman McHenry and Congressman French Hill and so many other hardworking members, we've put together an entire stablecoin regime. Now, remember, a stablecoin is backed by $1 in a U.S. bank. One stablecoin equals $1. It allows emerging economies in continents like Africa to trade essentially in U.S. dollars using a stablecoin regime that is backed by, you know, American banks. That's what we're excited about in Congress. This isn't about replacing the U.S. dollar. It's about strengthening its power. And then simply creating a market structure where regulators can say, okay, Bitcoin is a commodity. It's going to be regulated by the CFTC. This asset over here is a security, and it would fall under the domain of the Securities and Exchange Commission. We're not talking about building a fancy mansion. We're talking about building a foundation on which digital assets can exist and thrive and unlock that innovation in America that has been really offshored for so long. That's why Bitcoin ends up in the Bahamas, because they couldn't live here and be subject to real regulation. I shouldn't say Bitcoin, I'm sorry, FTX.
I love what you're saying, because you're making the rules clear. And I think the clarity end of this was one of the issues for this market to really be believed, because people weren't sure who was running it, who was overseeing it, and what the rules were. And that was because the Biden administration just threw lots of climate change agenda rules at every single agency. Isn't that right? And you know, corporations had to follow all of those new regulations.
Well, they were busy with the environmental stuff, and then this idea with digital assets that we're going to use enforcement actions. You don't even know what the law is, right? There's really nothing on some of these subjects, and suddenly you've got an SEC investigation shutting down markets. Gary Gensler set America back 20 years. We are nowhere near where we need to be in terms of the digital asset economy with stable coins, and it really, thank God President Trump is here, it's really going to unlock a new era for America and in fintech.
And I know you want to be number one ahead of China. China also wants that role. Do you want to say anything about China and pushing back on some of the passage of a legislation to exclude U.S. sanctioned companies, Chinese companies, and their subsidiaries from having access to our capital markets? You've got plenty of Chinese stocks still trading on our exchanges, that some of which were sanctioned.
Absolutely. You know, when President Xi wakes up every single morning, his goal is to become the world's sole superpower by 2050. They want to destroy the American economy. I really believe that China is our biggest threat from a national security perspective. They want to get in bed with other.
Trump making crypto great again. All right, what else do we have going on out there, guys? All right, so the layer ones, guys, layer ones. Remember I told you guys how you'll start to see narratives will start to pop off? Well, layer ones is what has been popping off, right? It says, don't fade your L1 plays this bull run. They can produce gains for you. So now, if you've been with me since the bear market, you know that I've been saying L1s are one of my favorite narratives, and I always make sure that my bag is stuffed with at least a few solid layer one plays, right? Including all of these. You've got Cardano up 205%, Algorand, right? 198%, HBAR 195, XRP 192, Bitcoin 63, but we'll take it. So yeah, man. I mean, layer one's fantastic narrative. Whenever you're structuring, this is my opinion, not financial advice, guys, but in a bear market, when you're structuring a portfolio, you should have at least a couple of solid layer ones in there, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. What else do we got here? Fundstrat co-founder Tom Lee predicts Bitcoin will hit 250K by Thanksgiving. I think I have a video of him coming up a little bit later. What else do we have? We got another little clip here. Crypto.com CEO breaks down the tokenization and real-world use cases, highlighting Bitcoin and Ethereum while avoiding XRP entirely. Why?
Getting access to digital assets, but crypto-native assets, so those that are there like Bitcoin or Ethereum that are powering the protocols, and then those that are building and adding governance and other utilities to decentralized protocols on top of that infrastructure. Today, we have about 300 plus assets that are crypto native. The next layer, if we get closer to tokenization of real world assets, is the tokenization of fiat money. And this is actually the most successful use case today of tokenization of financial instruments. It's roughly about $160 billion of assets of fiat money tokenized.
These are stable coins that we've heard about, what people most commonly hear.
And generally, tokenization for me is democratizing the ownership of assets that have historically been difficult for the general public to access. Fiat money and dollar, maybe in the US is very common, but in emerging market is not. And even moving US dollar for most people, especially cross-border, is costly, takes time. With the blockchain, the finality is super instant and the fees are much lower. So that's for me the first use case.
This is what BlackRock's getting heavily invested in, guys. Listen, guys, I see some altcoin requests in the chat. Like I said, there is an altcoin request tab at the top of the chat. It says goals. Participate in that, and I will do TA and have a look at your favorite altcoins. All right, so this is the sell wall I was telling you guys about. Look at this. So the sell wall at $100,000 is crumbling. When it first got up there, guys, when we first here, I'll go back to the Bitcoin chart and show you, okay? When we first got up to this sell wall back here, okay, there was 1,300 BTC, 1,300 BTC worth of sell pressure at that level, at this level here. We've chipped away at it. The bulls have chipped away at this, right? Now that we're over here, now there is about 425 as of this morning. It's now down to 370 Bitcoin worth of sell pressure, right? So we've gone down almost 1,000 Bitcoin in just a few days of crumbling that sell wall, right? So it is coming to an end, guys. That's why I say probably right here, probably by the time next week rolls around, early next week, we're going to smash through this sell wall. It has been crumbling like crazy. Some of you remember me showing you the sell wall earlier in the week, and it was way higher, right? So it has been crumbled down from 1,300 to about 370 Bitcoin. So big breakout imminent, guys, on Bitcoin's sell wall. So I'm very enthusiastic about a breakout next week on that. All right, Bitcoin nation state FOMO intensifies. Russia has recognized Bitcoin as property. China declared Bitcoin property. Morocco has legalized it after a 7-year ban. And Brazil introduces a strategic Bitcoin reserve bill. Poland also did the same thing. The mayor of Vancouver up in Canada did the same thing. Pennsylvania and Texas have done the same thing. And from what I understand, there's also 3 more states in the US that are also going to be announcing in December that they want a Bitcoin strategic reserve as well. So do you see what's happening? Microsoft is voting on December 9th to put Bitcoin on their balance sheets. Guys, absolutely crazy. There's not going to be no Bitcoin left for you to buy, right? Not going to be none left for you to buy. All right. Check out Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor is now actively encouraging traders to short MicroStrategy, promises he won't sell his Bitcoin.
You know, my real aspiration now is, if you really hate Bitcoin, I want you to love us. Like, we're the perfect instrument to short, right? Because I promise you I won't sell it, right? We're going to be levered long Bitcoin. And if you don't like it, or if you just want to hedge it, you get to sell our stock or sell puts or buy puts, right? And the worst thing I could do is to take your side of the trade or to interfere with what you're doing. So I think part of MicroStrategy's rise to prominence in the space is we have been laser-like focused. We're very consistent. We're very transparent. We're going to buy Bitcoin, never sell Bitcoin. We're going to borrow money intelligently. If you like Manhattan, and if a company said, I'm going to borrow $5 billion at 1% interest, and I'm going to develop real estate in Manhattan, you might think that that's the kind of company you would like to invest in. But if you hate Manhattan, and we're 150% exposed to Manhattan, you've got this investment thesis, you're like, that's the company I want to short. And the most important point in the marketplace is you just have to be very pure, true to your focus, have integrity and consistency and transparency, because it's not my job to trade, hedge, arbitrage, or construct that portfolio. There are guys with hundreds of millions or billions of dollars in a Bloomberg, and that's what they do every day. So my contract with them is, we're going to do what you can't do. We're going to buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin, and we're going to issue equity, and we're going to issue debt instruments, and you can't do that. We're a public company, and on the NASDAQ stock exchange in America with a nearly 30-year track record, and we have 16 billion of permanent capital. That's Bitcoin, right? So I can create an equity with 80 or 90 vol. I can have permanent capital. We can stand massive swings because of our capital structure. That's what we can do. What you can do is decide if you want to buy it, sell it, hedge it,
or short it.
He's got balls. He's got balls. I'll give him that. All right, check this out, guys. UK news channel allows a guest to speak positively about Bitcoin live on air.
Can I quickly ask you about crypto? Because there's been a lot of talk about cryptocurrency, and Donald Trump has promised to make America a powerhouse of crypto. Do you think that's going to happen, and how that change the way we use money or not?
It absolutely will. I'm a huge fan of Bitcoin, which the Bitcoiners will say it's not crypto. It's something slightly different, but it is. Basically, it's a great move by Donald Trump. And there were 50 million holders of crypto in the United States. Many of them one-issue voters, so they voted for Trump. It's about decentralization. It is a counteract to a lot of, shall we call it, the debanking that we've seen in this country. Indeed, with both sides of the Brexit argument, it was Nigel Farage had his bank account frozen, as did Gina Miller on the other side. Tons of crypto people in the U.S. So this is a good move. And while no one controls Bitcoin, it is good to have regulations in place. The U.S. is going to do it, and I think we should encourage the U.K. to as well.
And that would mean free of central banks. It would mean more fluidity, and it would mean potentially a huge amount of wealth generated in America.
Well, absolutely. And I think there was something that came out this week or last week where somebody was saying, oh, the UK pension fund should not be investing in Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin is the best performing asset, bar none, in the last decade. So actually, you could say that maybe your wealth manager has been irresponsible if he doesn't have, you know, a few percentage points in Bitcoin. But yeah, it's just freedom to allow you or me or whomever to do whatever you want with your money.
Okay, it could be boom time.
That's absolutely right, guys. Your investor has been irresponsible if they've been telling you not to invest in Bitcoin. But pension funds are picking up Bitcoin at an alarming rate as well, guys. Now, those are long-term holders, right? Check this out, guys, by Canaxium. After deep research into KASPA and its innovative Ghost DAG, we've chosen to prioritize their merge mining Canaxium with KASPA first. Its tech aligns perfectly with our decentralized offline mining vision. All valid KASPA blocks will integrate into Canaxium's offline mining protocol before we officially implement the K-heavy hash. This strategic step builds on KASPA's cutting-edge potential before expanding to Litecoin next. So KASPA news, guys, big update for KASPA. You love to see it. You love to see it. What else do we have going on out there? At 100, once Bitcoin gets to $105,000, it will overtake the market cap of Google. Yes, you heard that right. Google. Are you kidding me? Climbing up the charts in terms of market cap, baby. Let's just keep it freaking going. I just had a call from the OTC desk asking me if I'm interested in selling Bitcoin for 10% premium. So I've been talking about this for a while now, guys. The supply on OTC desks are running severely low. And when they have nothing left, guess what happens? These institutions, these hedge funds, these countries, these states have to all start buying Bitcoin spot on exchanges just like you and I do. And what happens when they start doing that? Well, the price is going to start freaking mooning. That's right. Also, guys, there will only be 21 million Bitcoin ever. China discovers a gold-filled cave worth nearly $100 billion in a mountain. So, more gold in circulation. Can't do that with Bitcoin. Can't do that with Bitcoin. All right, what else do we got? Yes, I have this video I was talking about earlier. Tom Lee believes it's highly probable that Bitcoin hits $250,000 in the next 12 months.
Part of the reason we have stayed constructive on Bitcoin is the price is following closely the prior halving cycles. The halving cycle, for your viewers, is when the block reward gets cut in half. That happened earlier this year. So there's a reduction in new supply. And the sweet spot of that price gain as supply is cut starts to happen towards the end of this year and then into next year. And I think that has supported why we expected Bitcoin to be 100,000. And over the next 12 months, I think something over 250,000 is possible, but maybe highly probable based on just following this price cycle. The second reason I think Bitcoin has maybe more upside than that is because the new administration has run on a pro-Bitcoin platform. And I think that the possibility of the US not only legitimizing Bitcoin, but making it a strategic reserve asset, I think raises what would be the possible price scenarios for Bitcoin. Because if the US government, as they intend, ultimately gets to 1 million Bitcoin, they'll be the largest holder of Bitcoin in the world. And they'd exert enormous positive influence on legitimizing Bitcoin. And maybe I would just add to that, it's almost like taking a playbook from MicroStrategy, because MicroStrategy has proven that using Bitcoin as a balance sheet asset has really created a lot of value for MicroStrategy shareholders.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. All right, check this out, guys. More bullish news for Bitcoin. Selling ETH for Bitcoin, leading Chinese gaming firm converts. Booyah Interactive, a leading Chinese gaming firm on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, has reallocated a significant portion of its crypto assets from Ethereum into Bitcoin. As per November 29th filing, the company reported converting 14,200 ETH into approximately 515 Bitcoin in an open market deal worth more than $49 million. The Ethereum had been acquired at an average cost of $2,777 per ETH, totaling $39.45 million. Following the transaction, Booyah now holds 3,183 Bitcoin with an average purchase price of $57,724 per coin. The company emphasized that the move is in line with the strategy to expand its Bitcoin reserve, considering the market outlook for both Ethereum and Bitcoin. According to the board, converting existing Ethereum holdings into it is a timely decision. In March, Booyah announced the approval of the $100 million initiative to allocate $45 million of its corporate funds to Bitcoin, $45 million to Ethereum, and $10 million to stablecoins such as Tether USDT and Circle's USDC. The Hong Kong Stock Exchange listed firm disclosed a $1 million investment in the UTXO Management Bitcoin Ecosystem Fund in July. UTXO, interestingly, is the asset management partner of BTC Inc., a key player in the Bitcoin ecosystem that owns Bitcoin Magazine and hosts the Bitcoin Conference. The latest development as Bitcoin gains traction in corporate investment portfolios, with Rumble, the renowned online streaming platform, revealing its decision to diversify its cash reserves by investing in Bitcoin. The company's board of directors has authorized an allocation of up to 20 million in BTC, allowing for flexible purchasing. Similarly, Jiva Technologies, a wellness and plant-based e-commerce company, has also committed to Bitcoin, securing approval for a strategy involving investments of up to $1 million. So we're seeing, guys, mass adoption, guys. Mass adoption. All right, we got some. What else do we got? Check this out. Michael Saylor talking FOMO. Talking FOMO.
But yeah, because once you get Bitcoin and it clicks in your mind, your immediate reaction is, oh, I got to hurry and buy as much as I can because someone else is going to go take all my Bitcoin away from me. So like in 2020, when I started buying Bitcoin, I was thinking, oh no, I got to do this in a hurry because someone's going to figure it out and the price is going to 10x. And I better get it before it 10x's. So, I mean, that's a natural reaction when it finally clicks in your head because you're thinking, why wouldn't every billionaire in the world go and buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, smash buy it overnight, and just to make $1 billion? Because why wouldn't they just want to make the $1 billion, or $5 billion or $10 billion or any amount of money?
FOMO is real, guys. The FOMO is real. All right, Michael Saylor says Bitcoin is going to eat gold. Gold live on CNBC.
Bitcoin crossing the $70,000 mark for the first time on Friday. This morning, it's now above $72,000. Joining us right now to talk Bitcoin is Michael Saylor, Strategy Executive Chairman, and 8K out from the company this morning, revealing it just bought more than $800 million in Bitcoin. As of the end of last month, his company held about 200,000 Bitcoins. And Michael, I want to thank you for joining us. You have been early and courageous, and you continue to double down. I want to talk about where you think Bitcoin is, but also want to talk about how you think about MicroStrategy and your company as a proxy for Bitcoin now that ETFs are available to the public.
Sure. Well, I think I'd start just with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is certainly at least digital gold. It's going to eat gold. It's got all of the great attributes of gold, and it's got none of the defects of gold. if you could teleport gold from New York to Tokyo in a few minutes, people would like it. It's going to divert capital from risk assets and risk ETFs like SPY, and you can see that these ETFs are doing that. It's going to be incorporated into a lot of funds like the BlackRock Global Opportunities Fund or the Strategic Income Opportunities Fund. And so as it's an asset class, as it goes into other funds, it's going to become structural. The halving is going to cut the organic supply of natural sellers in half around April 20th. That means there's only about $32 million a day of natural sellers. And the price of Bitcoin is going to have to adjust up in order to meet that investor demand. So I think that's what's going to happen next to the asset class.
I agree. Bitcoin eventually will pass gold. All right, guys, check this out. Bitcoin dominance unlikely to decline anytime soon, says CryptoQuant CEO. So the market cap of Bitcoin has returned to $1.859 trillion, which can be considered among the highs of the year. This growth can be largely attributed to the market dominance of Bitcoin, which has strengthened due to the influx of institutional investors, an increase in the usage of cryptocurrencies, and favorable macroeconomic factors. The one-year chart shows that the price was steadily rising and has had periods of consolidation followed by strong movements. The fact that Bitcoin has been able to hold the market cap near prior peaks support affirms its market dominance. As it stands now, it is valued at $1,859 trillion. What? Oh, one. It's a point. They put the wrong. They put a decimal in there instead of a period. $1.859 trillion. And there is still huge demand from both small investors and large companies. Although the slight decline has occurred in the last 2 weeks, the general sentiment towards the Bitcoin market remains bullish. The first quarter of 2024 proved to remain generally stable on the Bitcoin market. With a cap of approximately $1 trillion, it was followed by an early phase paving the way for the even more upturn witnessed in April, where BTC's market cap surged to over 1.5 trillion. It was primarily driven by new Bitcoin ETF listings and rising institutional demand that led to new higher levels of Bitcoin. In the middle of the year, it followed a consolidation pattern with fluctuations observed in July, August, and September. This provided the market with time to ratify the previous gains before continuing with its bullish run. In October, the market cap exceeded 1.8 trillion, and investors as well as analysts have turned optimistic as the year comes to an end. One of the main reasons for Bitcoin's continuous market cap growth is the growing interest in institutional investors. Some organizations, including MicroStrategy, Marathon Digital, and others, are increasingly purchasing large quantities. Marathon Digital Holdings, MARA, they're the largest Bitcoin mining company, purchased an additional 703 Bitcoin, adding to their earlier acquisition of 5,771 Bitcoin. Other firms, including MicroStrategy, Semler Scientific, and Rumble, among others, are persistently pursuing Bitcoin. Ki-Young Ju, CEO of CryptoQuant, said that he does not foresee any drop in the dominance of Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency market anytime soon. He says that the Bitcoin market cap surged by 37% recently. Moreover, large cap altcoins were only up by 16%. While the mid and small cap tokens were up by 10%. This suggests that Bitcoin is still dominating the overall crypto market and remains the most popular product among investors, ranging from both retail and institutional investors. Now, guys, I've often been telling you guys that I think it's going to be Bitcoin's show until the end of the year, probably till about halfway through January, right? However, recently, the rally on Bitcoin has slowly slowed down. Experts stated that it's due to people taking their profits. Many short-term investors who entered the market earlier this year, particularly those who bought above 56,000, have opted to lock in gains. Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz described this as normal profit taking. They emphasized the long-term holders must remain committed to their position, providing stability to the market. These phases of profit taking have therefore been accompanied by minor pullbacks. Nevertheless, the overall sentiment remains positive since hodlers will keep holding their Bitcoins in the long term. This market should continue rising in the next few months. Got the damn hiccups. Very, very bullish, guys. Very, very bullish. All right, let's go back over to the Bitcoin chart. And let's get into the chat. Let's see what everybody's talking about. Just let me scroll all the way back up to the top here. All right, guys. So, guys, as always, please make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow, and it definitely means a lot to me. It costs you nothing. And, yeah, so it'd be greatly appreciated. So be that guy. Be that guy. All right, Jetpack, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I will be live over on the Patreon in a few moments as soon as this live stream is done, brother. So I'll see you over there. And, guys, if you want to join me live over on the Patreon, we do group Zoom calls over there every day. Get over there, join us in the group chat. Let's have a little bit of a conversation. It's a good time, and also schedule your one-on-ones with me over there as well. Funky's in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Crypto Holmes, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Magic Power, Tyler, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, brother. Go Jasmy, absolutely. Holding 2 mil, Jasmy. Nice, CC. Nice bag of Jasmy. My opinion on Kronos, I like Kronos. I think Kronos has a fantastic community. Very bullish on Kronos. Will Sol drop low again? Define low, my friend. Define low. I mean, I know they just hit all-time high, but I don't think Solana is going to have any kind of massive pullbacks, to be honest with you. Not until the bear market. If you want to load up on Solana at this point, and you're not, probably I would wait until the bear market. It's didn't Solana just break another new all-time high? Yeah, it's like $241 right now. So, yeah, I don't know about that, man. Paul, hey, I was asking you a few days ago, what is your price target on Jasmy the next 6 months? You answered your opinion, 30 to 40 cents. But today you said this is not a good time to enter a position. Paul, what I said today was that if you're advising someone who's not already in crypto, who has $0 in crypto, that right now would not be a good time to be just entering the crypto space. That's what I said. Hey to all in the family. Batlander's in the house. What's up, buddy? Kindle, I believe Binance will list Swiftcoin very soon. God, I hope so, man. That would be absolutely amazing, Kindle. I'm with you on that. Les, what's up, buddy? In hindsight, should have kept your XRP, or are you better? Actually, I'm up massively on my investments that I split my profits into, man. So absolutely no regrets. And you know what, man? I never linger on a trade ever. I never sit there and, I never sit there with the woulda, coulda, shouldas, right? That stuff will eat you alive. Jasmy to the moon. Absolutely, man. Can you please check Kava? I can, my friend. There's a little tab at the top called goals. If you participate in the goals, I will do TA on your altcoin. Swoopa, what's up, man? Hey, Rob and Crypto Family. Late to class today. Push-ups have been done. Nice. Yeah, get those 50 push-ups, man. Get them in. Pretty soon I'm gonna level you up to 1-arm push-ups, right? 25 per arm. Rocky, what's up, man? We're doing good well before this drop. I mean, I wouldn't really call it. I mean, we're still doing good. We're still above 96,600. We're still doing good. David, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Will SFT coin reach 50 cents? I have no idea what that is. What's up, Future? Trying to catch your lives when I can. I'm sure you mentioned this many times, but what's your bull run price prediction for XCN? I think XCN can hit price discovery past its all-time high, but I will be leaving around 10 cents. Will Swiftcoin reach 50 cents this morning? Maybe. Swiftcoin is another project I'll be leaving probably around 10 to 15 cents. So Swooped to the subbed to the Crypto Blueprint channel. Good luck with that one. Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. Yeah, listen, guys, I need you guys to go and sub to the other channel, Crypto Blueprint. And I made that channel for a couple of reasons. It has its own unique content, right? I'm doing a broader view of the market. But another reason that I did it is in case YouTube shuts my channel down for any reason, you guys can still find me over on the other channel, right? So that's why you need to sub over there so you don't lose me, right? So yes, Crypto Blueprint, go sub over there as well. David, in JASMY, we trust. Yes, we do, man. Dumb Money's in the house. What's up, man? Zoom. How's it, Rob? Go JASMY and XCN. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. Funky, you mentioned Sol. How much more you think it may go? I see a lot of people calling for like $1,000 Sol, but I don't know, man. I think that Sol's probably going to tap out. What is it right now? 240 something bucks, I said? $242. $500-600 tops, I think. Tops. That's where I think Solana's going. I don't think it's hitting $1,000 this bull run. I know a lot of people are calling for it. Swoopa, crypto future live stream pump on JASMY in the 1 minute chart. I like it. I like it. GT, what's up, man? What happened to getting out at 18 cents? I lowered my exit price point by dollar cost averaging and buying more. So yeah, now it's down to like 10 cents. $400 Sol was my goal. Nice. The goal for Sol is $200 or $400 dollarinos. You should be able to reach that, no problem, man. You should be able to reach that, no problem. All right, guys. So listen, that's the news. That's the chat, guys. Make sure you sub to the other channel over on Crypto Blueprint. And if you're over on Crypto Blueprint, make sure you subscribe over to Crypto Future, guys. Get into your one-on-one coaching sessions over on the Patreon. The link is down below in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. Join us. I will be live over on the Patreon in about 15 minutes. So get over there, and I will see you guys in about 15 minutes live on the Patreon. Love you guys. Take care, man.